Good morning. I'm broke stuff. I gotta fix it. Oh, um, there we go. Pretty format. Does a little bit more. Okay, that's up and running. We have no users. Prepare to stream logs. Great. Gonna add a new user. Error. It's like it's not getting to the next stage. And the error is very vague. Too vague. It says there was an error updating this. I think so. I ended up adding a couple things. I found that in places, having a little OK unwrapper thing actually saves a couple bytes over the try one, over the try operator. Same with these. OK or this one just saves space. Some or. Now, at this point, looking for a post. This is the post. Okay. This had been posting to slash. Good. Converting it into a response. Yes. User. Email. Hey, good morning. Just saw the notice on Discord. Ooh. Which notice? Oh, is that a in-app one? Oh, that's an in-app one. I always do these, or at least I try to. Or little notification bits here. It helps because Twitch doesn't always do it. Yes, I am using the new 1.53. Actually, I might be using nightly for this. But yeah, what was new in 1.53? I was looking at that last week. But yes, I did update. See, when they got these gets to the fake host, there should have been a post to that. Oh, I see. There's this init body that's not being used. Hey, good morning, Vidor. Or is it Vito? The cyber dev? How you doing? Okay. Let's try one more time. Still just a get. Did it not compile that? Name. We match the init. It's either the path or the init. It's funny. I ended up creating this function because it was well, we had the same code over and over and over in the code base. I thought, you know what? It'd be nice to kind of dry that up. But it took, in terms of file size, like the WASM build size, using it about 6 times before it started to reclaim the space that the function took up, which is just crazy. How many times have I used Stack Overflow for this project? Is that what you're asking? Um, Oddly, not too many. We've had a number of different things. One of the big ones was the captured lifetimes, like the having a lifetime captured in the closure, but then not being able to represent that in the response in the return type. So creating that sort of capture trait. Use it for that. I'd say maybe once or twice a week, but not constantly. I think I've used MDN much more for this project. All right. I'm going to restart this here. I don't think something's off. I don't know what it is. Because one of these should have switched to a post. think that last one should have been a post. Okay, it's listening. Load our users. All right. We have no users. Great. New. Oh, okay. Great. It was just a post. Now if we edit, say, no, you're the owner, and we're saving you. Cool. That works. What's the time for me? In the morning, about 6:30. Okay. All I have in here is just a bunch of random things that made the code slightly smaller. I saved like a kilobyte in size. All right. Just save all of those. Okay. Now that we have that, hey, Midnight Muffins. Okay. We've finished fixing things. Let's see. We're chatting. What are we going to be doing here? There we go. First thing, I think this little UI here is going to get on my nerves. So let's clean this up. Um, I kind of want better like nav links or something. What do we have over here? So I want to do two things. Container horizontally. What about what's level? A multi-purpose horizontal level, which can contain almost any other element. I see. Centered level. Interesting. Well, that's neat. Section. Large section. Really? I mean, this is like the weirdest example ever. Medium section. Oh, I see. It's just the spacing around it. Section. Okay, that's only moderately helpful. Fabio. No, it's Fabito. Good morning. Thank you for that follow. All right. Footer and tiles. Frogbird, thank you for the follow. Let's see, in the cyber dev. That's what the purple thing is. Thought it was when it was posted. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It is when it was posted. But I really don't kind of have the time up. Good morning, Graticos. All right. Section not too helpful. Let's see. Columns. Ooh, interesting. Sizes. Fancy. Responsiveness. Is mobile. I don't see them getting stacked. If you want to see the difference, resize your browser and see when the columns are stacked and when they're... Oh. Okay. It's just not doing it. Oh, there they are. This set is stacked. All right. Nesting gaps and options. Customize. So what I'm looking for... Why you up so early? That's my normal time. I do this before I get busy with my day. Content. 6th level of content. Huh, neat. Just kind of browsing through some of these at the moment. It's like when you normally go to bed. Do you stay up that late, or is it like a work thing? Like you work through the night? All right. I'm going to come back here. I want to see more of their examples. It feels like I've missed something. All right, well, let's add that header element, the navigation one. Or was that nav bar? Stay up, you like the night peaceful and quiet, but if you hear noise, you'd rather it be day. All right. It's a responsive and versatile horizontal navigation bar with the following structure. Navbar, the main container. Brand, the left side always visible. Navbar burger, the hamburger icon. Which is funny. Do they have an example of the burger? Hmm. Oh, there it is. Fancy. All right, well, let's just do a simple sort of navbar setup, kind of like this here. We don't have an icon. We don't have sort of logo thing. Okay. So how are we going to do this for the pages? Oh, do we have like some like parent widget that we have to grab? I mean, maybe. Because we could do that. Let's say it would be an extra request to the back end though. And we're trying to avoid that. So in here we'd have something like hi, admin navigation. Mm. We have admin navigation.rs. It's actually going to be fairly straightforward. I don't know if we need it to be stateful at all. Right, to recognize what the path currently is and then adjust what it's showing based on that. Maybe this should just be navigation, and if you're inside of nav or admin, it does something else. Maybe we just call it navigation. No, let's do admin. That way we can do special things with them. And what were we implementing for these? So user form, render markup. Okay. All right. Now we go over into page config here, where we have our big list. Admin navigation, templates, admin navigation with no extras, templates, mod, pub use. Okay. So something that's been bothering me is how the promises work. Okay. Now, we're in the middle of this admin navigation thing, but it happens to be in this piece of code here where we're collecting a bunch of things into templates that are needed to be rendered for the page. So we have this render markup bit, right? Unfortunately, some of these need to make requests to the back end, which is, I guess, not so unfortunate, but more expected. Now, let's see, what's a good example of this? The user list. Okay, the user list here has a promise that it creates while it's getting set up. To me, it feels like, so what is the goal here? At this point here, we're trying to get the user list. So we create this promise, right? But I don't know that it actually does anything yet until we await it down here. So what I'm trying to do is figure out how can we start awaiting these things a little earlier. Right? Do we impl future for this and start to await on these? Right? We could have a set of ordered promises where we're awaiting on all of them at the same time. Let's look at the futures crate. Features. Documentation. I could have gone to docs first. Okay. What is it I want? Okay. So I want to have a bunch of these features all being pulled at the same time. And I think there is something in here. I remember using it for the other crate. Um, is it not in here? Or is it like Tokyo specific? Buffered ordered or unordered? Yeah, I definitely want it ordered. Futures ordered. That's concurrently. If you want parallelism, you need to spawn. No, I think I definitely wanted to ordered. This combinator is similar to futures unordered, but it imposes an order on top of the set of futures. While futures in the set will race to completion in parallel, results will only be returned in the order the originating futures were added to the queue. Okay. So I think this is exactly what I want. And that we're going to create a bunch of templates, and we're going to be polling them. Let's see. I'm guessing that this isn't in like a Futures Lite or something like that. What are the feature flags here? Wow, quite a few. All right. Yeah, it still checks. So if we did that, we'd basically have to implement and await for this. Then every single one of these would have to implement some sort of future so that it could be polled. And then in a specific order, they would all come out. And I think that is what we need for this. It's kind of like, is it promises all or something like that? But it would let us start to create the response as things were being built up. Hmm. Okay. So let's add that. Cargo add futures. What are the default features for futures? See, we don't need any of that. We need stream. Stream listed here. Stream. Okay. Isaac. Morning. More Rust. Every day. Gotta get my Rust fix. All right. So if these end up being a future 2 render markup, oh, that could be nice. What do we want this to become? Futures ordered. All right, what was it? I think it was futures ordered. Yep. And does this, it has a type T of the future type. Whatever that is for the moment. The output is equal to a box. What, 4? 4 of the brackets there. Not found in future stream. All right. Oh. All right, so we need alloc or standard. Okay, I'll add standard. Okay, perfect. That's fine. It's the idea that we were looking for, not that we got the right answer. It's just that we understand what we're doing. Not be unpinned. Yes. All right. Now I have to reason through these brackets on the right. Okay, there's that one for the output. Here for the box. Plus um unpin. Hey, Griffin and Chill, good morning. How you doing? Good morning, and thank you for that. It's just like your good morning. Thank you for that raid. Crazy. Just like your secret one. And thank you. Happy Sunday, man. Oh, I appreciate that. Now you speaking is hard. Oh, that's a chill stream. Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, that's really cool. I haven't even considered having like just some sort of chill stream like that, but that's a really neat way to do that. I don't know if it ever kind of worked for me, but I've seen a couple people do that, and it seems to be pretty cool. And I usually come across it like on accident. So yeah, today we're just breaking some stuff that I broke, or fixing some stuff that I broke yesterday. Um, you can sing bad karaoke, not harm your coding, not harm your coding stream with it. Oh my goodness. I could never sing karaoke on stream. I applaud you for that. That is amazing. I just couldn't. It's liberating. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. That's fantastic. That is, I mean, kudos. That is great. Join you. Oh, the Discord's open. I think I'm in your Discord. Let's see. Oh, but I don't have my mic hooked up so I could actually do that with Discord. Yeah, if I got all my mic equipment hooked up to this machine, but my Discord's over there. Oh, I'm gonna have to move my Discord over to the other box. How often do you do that? Because that could be kind of fun. But still, oh my goodness. I, it's funny, I am so not that person. But that would be great to like try to break out of that shell, you know? Hmm. Whenever you have too much whiskey? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's, oh man, I just, that does sound like a lot of fun though. So here we're going to be doing a micro optimization and hopefully shaving 10, 20 milliseconds off how long it takes to create a response. But that's my hope. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. Oh, is it unpin? Lowercase p? Yeah, there we go. Right, V8. It's not actually inside of Chrome, but it's a V8 one, and it's running in Cloudflare's web workers. It's single threaded, right? So we don't have to worry about things being send and sync. Right? It's not like we're moving things across threads. So actually, I like the idea of this in that these things are just futures to templates. And what is this here? Oh yeah, this is our type. Okay. Actually, I want the output to be the one from mod. Oh, what would that be? Yeah, they're fine as long as they aren't premature. I think it's also more correct in here into what my original intention was. Because I wanted to be able to send a whole bunch of requests to the backend at the same time and wait on all of them. And as they start to become ready, stream the response to the browser. Because right now we sit at about 100 milliseconds for how long it takes for a response to get built. So here, this one's 260 because it was interacting with mutating data. This one here, 139. Well, thank you. And we're using Bulma here. We're starting to pull in some CSS. Clean this up a little bit. Oh, yeah, and it's dead. Okay. Well, I appreciate that, guys. Now, the micro optimizations I was doing off screen last night, because we have a really hard limit on the amount of space this can actually take up. Um, I've gone out of my way to try to reduce the size from like, you know, was it taking the cookie crate and creating our mimeograph crumble crate? Oh, and thank you. Pilorhori. Thank you for that. So yeah, this crate here, I was able to shave another 500 bytes off the return, off the compiled WASM size. So that's like the whole point of this crate is to just have a smaller footprint. That one there. So those are micro optimizations that are probably a little premature, but I just don't want to hit that limit in like midstream where it's like, oh great, now you can't upload to Cloudflare because your package is too big. It's like, oh, I knew this would happen. So we're going to have these features here, but this render markup should really be a result to just mod markup. Oh man, I spent like 2 hours searching for like 100 kilobytes of savings last night. I should have just gone to bed. I was tired this morning. Let's face it. I think that's more what I want out of this. And then we're going to configure these features, then eventually they will produce output here. Non-generic inner functions. You know, we tried that, remember? Well, you might not have been on stream that day. Well, yeah. Right, where you end up having basically a generic function that has a non-generic inner function that you end up calling with your generic data that's been converted, right, into that sort of common type that the inner function takes. Did I delete that already? Where were we testing that? That was in... Oh, I don't remember. But yeah, we spent a good half hour on trying to get that to work. Unfortunately, the savings, like that inner function has to be large enough that it offsets the cost of actually defining a function and calling it. And we were just under that limit. Just under. It was costing us like, I don't know, 50 bytes or something. It was 86. It was, no, whatever. I feel like I'm making up those numbers because I don't remember them. Okay. So in this case, we're going to have the futures template. And in this case, we end up with widgets. Lowest allocations then? It's not really the allocations. I'm willing to spend more time doing allocations in order to keep the size of the WASM file down. Right, the compressed size of this actually can be, of this whole directory, technically, can be a megabyte. So if we do a gzip on that, and -9, I mean, here we come out to like 80, but that means that, you know, eventually we're going to hit that limit, and then I'm going to have to spend a couple days actually breaking it apart and creating, I don't know, multiple pieces, and then managing this after that fact is going to, you know, just have that little bit of extra effort constantly. So we're trying to push that as long as we can down the road. Because I want to get features, features, features until we get to that point, right? All right. So now these elements here are going to have to change. And what are we mapping these into? This is a map of the widgets. Oh, I see. If we have some widgets or none. Can kicking. Absolutely. And hopefully we get to the finish line without even having to deal with it. Because if we can get enough of the functionality for mimeograph in there and it's done, that's perfect, right? Then it's very simple maintenance. deployment, so much easier. All right, now we're gonna take this here. I want to convert this into a for loop, actually. Not because I don't like this here. It's just that it's a little hard to read. And then we're going to be adding things into this futures unordered. So that probably needs to be mutable. You know it well. My favorite can at work is, we will totally get prettier going. Oh my goodness. Yes. I have been slowly, at my day gig, I've been slowly prettiering, like file by file. And then I have to be very careful about, like if I know somebody else is working in the same area, turning it off. I would love to just go in and like carpet bomb it, like prettier, all the files. But we never get to the point where both like all of the projects are like just beginning a sprint. Yeah, yes, that would be awesome. I'm looking for that one moment, right, where you don't have some long-lived branch that's just waiting to come back into master. But so far, we keep having these overlapping long branches, one after the next after the next. And they work because they're working on different portions of the code base. But to go out and blitz them, it just wouldn't work. All right. So we're going to map. We're going to iterate. All right. It's kind of that code there. Did I grab too much? I did. Okay. Get rid of that. And look time, you need a nap? All right, take care, Chris. And thank you again for the raid. Formatter did not kick on. Let's go through this. So our goal here is to add futures to this. If let sum widgets equals actually where was that coming from? All right. Widgets. That is it. Okay. Oops. Equal sign on the wrong side. All right, so we get the widgets. And what is this object? From object and env. Oh, that's from the config file. Huh. Let's change that. But it's an array. It's a JavaScript array. See, we could use like actually, does array implement default? So this is a JSys array. We're actually using arrays from the V8 environment. Oh, it doesn't implement default. All right. We'll just leave it as option for now then. Style sheets. Now, what are those widgets? That's this list here. Maybe we should start to kind of codify this. Have a struct that represents this. Hmm. Yeah, then we wouldn't have to do all this. See if it's an object. Cast it into an object. Yeah, all this code. Source models. Widget. Uh, it's going to be page. Source models. Page.rs. Okay. Now it's going to mimic this really closely. Oh, yes. Pub struct. Page. Page has a lot of optional things here. We also have to implement serialize and deserialize. So Seriday. Oops. Serialize and deserialize. The string. Also a string. I'm going to change that to widgets. So it should be plural. That's a vector of widget. Hmm. Now for the widgets. We'll have just type. Hmm. Kind. Type is a reserved word. See, and it's planned that there's going to be some sort of like options or something in here, right? To actually configure these things. So eventually, maybe like a widget config. That would probably just be a vector of string to string, key value pairs, that sort of thing. And not yet though. Oh, See, this one has content. Okay, got those. You could still use the type. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to avoid it. All right, I think we've got all of those except for that like, options. What should we call like the settings for it? The different configs for these. Should it be configuration, options, properties, props? Hmm. Where was that other one? Content. This is some page content. Yep. I wonder if we can deserialize to something that's generic. Basically, I'm trying to come up with hmm, some data structure that will handle all of the cases. And this one right here seems okay only. This might be the best that we can do though. We use default on that. Okay. And should they always have widgets? I think so. Should be required. Okay. Now coming back to the test one here. Props. Oops. In quotes. There we have props. And content. I think it can actually take this map into that. We'll see. Okay. Now back to page config. Where we were going to deserialize to an actual type. Oh, that's funny. These things up here. Yeah, when I'm doing a little pacing in the code. Here's widget. This whole thing from object and environment. What's this called? Maybe we change this type to models. Yep. Oh, it's not actually there yet. Um, Yeah, okay. So if that takes a page, then all of this stuff just goes away. Same with this down here. Where's that called from though? Here. So we get the config. We're doing a key value fetch from the data store. Okay. From value. Oh, this is after the. Okay. We are doing something a little tricky there. We're using object at assign, which is very helpful. We can actually have some defaults that are taken from site config. The object at assign returns something of type object. That'd be nice. It does. It returns an object. Okay. So then we need to take the object down one level to a value, right? Because in JavaScript, you have like values, object, then more complicated types like functions and promises. It's their inheritance tree. And checked into. Right. Well, that works. Now, if we come back into page config, all of this is not used. Oh, style sheets. We have some elements that were not included because of our default settings. Site config. Yeah, we need these properties too. Okay, going back to our model. It's not an object. That's going to be a string, not a sting, string. And followed by style sheets, which is a vector of strings. All right. In this one, I would also like to use default. And we'll get an empty vector if it's not provided. I did refund you. So basically what we have to do is kind of, ask if anybody in the chat would like that. So here, let's do that here. The CyberDev has 1,000 channel points and is offering up um, basically the mentor option. So what does mentor say? If you're not familiar, mentor says, post a question that I will attempt to answer in a 15-minute video on YouTube. Okay. So if anybody would like to take advantage of the CyberDev's generosity there, let us know. And we'll just create these little katas. Right? I think that's what it is. Kata. Might not be mean that, but okay, so that's working. You would like a code review on your lib when it's done? Oh, we can do that. How many points would you like to spend on that? I mean, this might be a good place for you to be able to dump a whole bunch of points. So we can create a new, you have 58K? Yeah. We could set it up for like 25 or some. 15, I don't know. Basically, we don't have very many point sinks where you can burn your channel points. Okay. So these go away. Titling, description, widgets, style sheets, embedded style sheets. Those are all gone. Widget type. What? That's just the string. Okay. I should add more. Yeah, I just don't know what to do. I would like to add more. I'd actually like to be able to kind of infuse channel points with some of these things, right? So that's page.widgets. That goes away. Oh, it's private. Oh, let's fix that. Same here. Hey, Pocket Penguin. I don't mind you asking. We're currently working on something called mimeograph, right? And mimeograph, we're fixing a little portion of mimeograph where the templates that we're generating, I do not think we're fetching their data early enough. So we're trying to have the templates here. Well, we're converting them from the vector that they were in into a futures unordered, okay, which is a collection of ordered futures. So we're going to put them all in that instead. And that should help. Should help us with what we were doing before. Let's see. Now here we're getting the type. Is a widget an object? Is there anything that we actually need in here? We were parsing these kind of. See, now we have kind. Is it an object? Okay. So we match on the kind. All right. Ooh, paragraph. What do you have here? Try from object. Try from widget. Yeah, I've thought of that. Thought of that. All right. So in this case, we need content, but this is going to be off of the props. We actually want a very specific thing. So what's the best thing in this to use? What? Actually, I don't. Yeah, I do think some people would take offense to that, but yeah, cyberdev. How do I? Just a moment. There we go. Oh, would I make a video on how to use Vim like a pro as I do? Sure. Let me see. Let's add that one to the list. All right. That is added to the list. Got two things we're setting up. And it's really just going to be about like how to get started, like where are some good resources, um, you know, how do you hop into it? How do you just, you know, because I've been doing this over 20 years. So for me, I don't know what the latest and greatest good resources are for Vim. I know I've had my kids go through like Vim adventures, stuff like that. And it's actually kind of a little fun game they use Vim on. But yeah, I'll set something up. Oh, yes, thank you. And what I found interesting with this is that if I do go into like a password field, it doesn't do it. It recognizes password fields in browsers. Yeah. All right. So in this case, content prompts find. So we want the first one. Yeah, it's going to be an iterator basically. So prompts dot iter dot find. Basically, I just wanted to return something, the very first one. Find map. Find map. There we go. We have an object. We're iterating through the props. We're going to find the property where the key is equal to content. Should be the first one, should be the only one for this paragraph thing. And then we convert that to owned. This then on the bool is just fantastic. I love that. I love that. It is so cool. All right, so back in page config, I've got all of these bits here. And most of these actually come from page. Other than the templates here being different, is there Is there any reason why we wouldn't do this on page itself? Yeah, why don't we just get rid of this? I mean, this is like the only outstanding piece here. Being able to take templates. That should be all right. Yeah, we're going to get rid of this. We're going to need this here. All right. So this will just be a page. At this point, okay. There. So from value on this should end up returning a page. Hmm. Why does it care? Serialized owned. Oh, this is the wrong page. Should be a models page. We have similar things elsewhere. And then at this point, we create the template. Something's not working here. There should be more errors. Right, like this page here doesn't take that type of page, does it? Takes a page config. Page config just vanished. There we go. Page.title. Okay. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Morning, Julian. I think it's just a title. It's just a string. Yeah, this one we don't have yet. So we need that to work. Where else? Is everything just... page.lang. See, that should be something that always exists. And description. Yeah. Okay. Now at this point, we're going to go back into page config and convert this into something that can be transferred over onto the model. Just going to yank that. Let's just give this some random name. This is going to take... Is it a mutable bar? No, just... We should be able to do this without mutability. We need the event, right? Because some of these need properties. Okay. We're going to be returning this futures unordered. We're not going to be returning a self here. Oh, that one's from crate. Okay. Expected struct. Oh, yeah, no, that's the wrong type there. Futures ordered. Hmm. Yeah, the type on that, it's going to be this. All right. That's looking pretty good. No. Now to make it correct, because these aren't actually pushing into the futures templates. There's nothing going on there. No. Excuse me. Stayed up too late last night searching for 100 kilobytes of savings. All right. So we're going to have a renderer here. Coming out of this match. Now each one of these has to change. Because ideally, so we're going to have to implement future for each and every one of these. Oh, how do we do that? I think we're not going to be using constructors. We're going to be calling some other function that ends up returning a future, a boxed future. A box feature that returns the mod markup. Okay. New is going to be kind of a misnomer there. Maybe we could do like future. Something like that. It's a flash future, login future. That's descriptive. That, and we can get rid of each and every one of those. Okay, let's start to fix this. Gonna put this back for just a moment. Let's work our way in this render future markup. It's going to be pin box. Do we need to pin it? So let's comment out a bunch. And then we'll add to the future templates. And what does that have in it? Future's unordered. We can call push. And we push the future in. Okay. Does that return anything? Nope. Charge my watch. A second. Okay. Now, what is missing here? Futures ordered. Box? Ah, unpin and static. Yes. Okay. So let's do the flash feature. Let's snag that. It's not going to return a self. It's going to return that boxed future. In fact, it's going to be this. Interesting. Rid of that. And these pieces here. Because there's no state anymore. Interesting. Oh, that's kind of nice. And it probably does need to be pinned. Let's create a type out of this. Template feature. And we're getting rid of this. There we go. Let's go back to Flash. Okay, you're gone. And we could even get rid of that. Have pub function. No need for self in here. So we'll return to template feature. Wow, that is quite the change. Pub mod Flash. Get rid of that. Huh. Does not need to be boxed. Okay, but the type is wrong. And this is returning box pin. Oh no, that's right there. But that means that our type here is wrong. Okay, let's do a couple more. Login. template, login, future. It just takes an event. Template future. All right. Grab the email. That goes away. That goes away. Okay. This one's kind of silly because it doesn't have anything else that it really needs. And this one's not awaiting on anything. So it should just be ready immediately. All right, then in templates, mod, login's gone, pub use login. 2 down. Oh, I think we're going to be able to get rid of this file altogether eventually. 5 left to go. A mod paragraph. Hmm. We're getting rid of render markup. Did that already go? I think it did. Oh, wow. Put that off just a little bit. Trying to delay some of the work for later. We need to do this for the borrowing. So we can move stuff into the box spin. Okay. Models page. User form. that's our form. Oh, function, future. What does this take? An event. This is one of the cases where it does help to have that. It helps to have this inside of the future. In fact, we can then simplify our code quite a bit. Because those two pieces, hmm. All right, let's delete this down here. This can get moved into the pin, the box pin async block. Now, what are we doing here? Okay, so we clone that. Now inside here, self.user data. And what was user data? Was it just the email? Oh, no, no, that's the promise. That's this here. So if we change this, we can actually move these into here. Match email. No longer have user data. This will just be the email. And in this case, we can use our fetch durable object. Do fetch, durable object fetch. And this will be event.env dot. Ooh, we're borrowing event too far. User. Okay, we'll have to fix that in a minute. Now the name is going to be email. The path is just slash and none. We await that. And that is our user response. Oops. Okay. This one's going to have borrow errors later, so we'll be coming back to it. All right, that's user form. Models page. User list. I think user form is the most complicated one. And I really like where this is going with these. It's really nice. Okay, user list. Okay. Oh, this is another durable object fetch that we can reuse. Yeah, that can go away. All right. So what do we have? Template future. So there's another fetch DO. What's that? Users, plural. And this one's singular. Have our path, which is still slash. Okay. That takes it into the response. Response.json. That'll get the JSON off of it. We're awaiting that value. I think we're going to have borrow issues with this too. We'll have to see. Okay. Back to page. User delete. Almost there. Can see some light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. Right. That and those go away. Now we have the render markup. Grab this. Nice easy one. It's just asking, are you sure? In fact, we could even style it while we're here. Okay. Last one. Hmm. Styles is different. It's fine. Admin navigation. Well, first let's come in here, grab our little signature. All right. Something like that. Hmm. Oh, the markup. Got it, got it, got it. I okayed the wrong thing. Oh, did we get to the next set of errors? We did. Fantastic. Okay. Um, it's the same error on all of these. Mismatched types. Expected result to a pin box features. Found struct pin box impl future. Oh, it's not a result. Yes, that's right. This isn't like an okay. And there's our borrow error. Oh. Hmm. There it is. The value? No. Oh, why does clone have to do that? Durable object namespace. We have to add that over here. Mimeograph. Cloudflare. Abort. Where is it? Who's editing that? Not there. Not there. Not there. Okay. Actually, I didn't really pay attention to the error. Owned by. Still running this process. Huh. That only has one. So where am I editing this? No, I have no idea. So one more time. I'm just gonna kill this process. There we go. This clone here ends up being a very cheap thing. It's just a pointer. We should probably have it in all of these. Okay, element handler. Here's element. There we go. A couple of those. Pub type, doc type, comment, and KV. All right. So we got all of those. Oh, it was that editor. Oh. Where were we? The only editor I had opened. I thought there was like one in the background, just some zombie. I should have checked. Okay. Oh, I absolutely missed the skip. Oh, the cyberdev. I will refund your points. There you go. Let's go back into Flash. Let's see, does Flash have any errors? Other than this needing an OK? That one's okay. Login. Are you just trying to spend your points, or you didn't not like the song? All right, I think we got them both. We don't like DMCA. Is that who just played? Yeah, I don't know them. Okay, do we have any lifetime issues here? We do. Extract them to a variable. Oh, that again. I thought we fixed that. Because now it's clonable, right? Hey, Death by Code, thank you for the follow. Oh, it's like music thing? Kind of copyright or something, just YouTube. It's fine. Oh, it's because our cargo.toml, we're not overwriting it. Let's try with the override. And that's mimeograph, Cloudflare. What is using that one? That should then have clone. We're slowly training pretzel rocks. Yeah, that should have had clone on it here. Durable object namespace. Clone should be just fine. Huh. Oh, that reminds me. We need to check. Crates.io. What's this? 2 months ago. I need the next update. Okay. Then we can stop doing that there. Stay here? Let me know, because I think you used one, but I didn't take it yet. Here, I'll refund those points. Keep the money. All right. Well, I'm a little I'm a little confused because that clone should have taken it to the right type. Cargo dock. Well, I should have updated the other documentation that we have. Triple object namespace clone. See, clone should return a durable object namespace now because we impl clone. Is it because it's a... Oh. I think COC is just confused. Let's restart COC. Okay. Huh. That should not be the case. That returns a durable object namespace. We have clone implemented for it. Why are we getting the wrong value on clone? It feels like it's doing the deref to JS value. Oh, these are type hints. So in Rust, because like you might end up in a combinator or something where you have many different return values, or like a chain of things. Let's go to one that might have a little bit more like a template. Maybe there's one in here. No. Oh, in the future is one. Oh, we deleted it. But basically it's telling you what the type of this is, right? And sometimes let's look for some iterator here. You can see that self.data, you can see what its type is. Then when you call .iter, what its type is, right? And then here they also show you some of the types inside, which is very useful if you don't know what one of the types are or what the you know combinator is doing. So it makes it very easy to kind of see and parse and understand. Yeah, it's part of Rust Analyzer. They added it to the LSP stuff. Okay. Login's working. User form not working. I don't want to have to actually cast this back up to the right type because it doesn't make sense. And I don't want to do like a durable object namespace : clone blah 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 thing. Like a here. Clone should just work. Clone from. Hmm. WASM bindgen clone. Let's go to the guide. Search for clone. And it feels like it's just not picking this up. I feel like I'm going crazy. Mismatch type. I'm just looking for the error here. See, it's not here so far. Oh, it is there. Let's go look at the WASM bindgen source for these. WebSys features. They generated something. Um, readable stream. Yeah. Debug clone partially equal and equal. Oh, it's actually underneath the WASM bindgen. Ooh. Oh, what extension is that from? That's from Conqueror of Completions plugin COC Rust Analyzer. Oh, here. There's the two links there. The same thing is available in a number of different editors because the secret sauce is in Rust Analyzer. All right. Let's go back. Just make sure these are on the right lines. That there's like nothing going on there. Extends object. See, we also don't have WASM bindgen on that. I wonder if we should. Something like so. Let's put this after that. Okay. Almost there. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we got our. All right, we'll come back to this. And user delete. Okay. Can hear the cursing. All good. uh, all right. Well, a size from values abstract cannot be known to compile. Yes, we know that. But what is this doing? This feels like it should be the same sort of thing as the other places. Where's this being used? Here. Styles. Hmm. Ah, good morning, Custom Blink, and good day to you as well. Let's see, what's going on here? Why do we have styles? Then we await the styles. We should really be awaiting. Let's see. Hub. Future. This one's going to take this here. Yeah, you're getting rid of that. Oh, what? Pub function. Those move in. Ah, and this needs to be boxed. And it needs to be in an OK, if I remember correctly. Okay. Yeah. Unwrapper default. Okay. Those go away. Template mod. Hub mod styles. Okay. So we get the externals. Well, let's vector to a string. Get with options. What is that? Is this... See, I thought this had to be like done in an async way. As I think this is in our KV get with options. Oh no. It's a durable object. Get with options. Returns a future. Okay. So if that returns a future, that means embedded's a future. And wherever that would have been used. Yeah, then it's awaited there. Right? Wait. Why do the map? Okay. Occult 88th? Sounds kind of creepy. I want something a little more upbeat. Oh, there we go. Minus the double colons? It does. It really does. So config.embedded, that's just a string. Oh, I see the problem. It's no longer an option. All right. External. This was also in an option. Dot iter. Dot collect. Value is no longer... Why would we have to dine into a string there? It's already a vector of strings. Oh, is it converting it? It's doing the deserialization. Okay, where was that used? Okay, so style sheets is used way down here. So we're just going to use external here instead. Get rid of that. And embedded. Yes. We need to actually fetch this from the back end. Now, embedded in this case is quote unquote unknown. It should be a promise. Let's go look. Yeah, it just returns a promise. And I want to convert all of these. That's for another day, though. So if that's a promise, was is it a promise to an option? AV. We're calling get. It's a gigantic font. The method returns a promise you can await. Will resolve with a literal value null. Oh, hold on. So we end up with a future here. It's already a future. I'm confused. Oh, because it might not have been set, but we've changed that. And now it's... So now we just have that. Hold on. Let's go back a little. Good morning, Mahoria. Wait, I said that wrong with the IO. Say, Megiora? I don't know. So the markup will have what in it? Embedded. So we're just including that at the top of the markup. Okay. So JS future from embedded. Await toss. Okay. Embedded equal to that. That takes us to there. Now, can it go into a string? Why couldn't we take that into a string? Go with options, text into. Oh, because it might have been undefined. Yes. So if it can't go into a string, then it's some other, then it's undefined or null or something. Okay. Yeah. We'll get to that. You've never heard anybody pronounce it in the Spanish way. Got it the right way the second time. At least how to say it. Megiora. Yeah, I guess in the Spanish way it would be Mejiora. I grew up in Southern California, so if it doesn't look like an English word to me, that's like the next stage. It's either going to be Spanish or French. And Okay. Unresolved imports. And that goes away. Styles. Future. Um, you could pronounce it in the Spanish way? Yeah. You're from Denmark? You have no clue? Okay. So now we need to get this take templates working off of page. That's the wrong one, isn't it? Oh well. Self.page. Ah, yes, that doesn't exist anymore. Self.page. That type is not a template page. It's a models page. Ah, COC is confused. All right, so in the models page, we've got this here. What do we want to call this? How's it going to be used? We iterate over them. They're done. Actually, let's look at the futures unordered. Does it have like iterator? From iterator, fused stream. Stream. Oh, I see. I want event. Oh, where is event? Oh, we can't pass event through. Hmm. Maybe we could. We could do it up here. Because what do we need page for? Except for just those futures. We need it for that there. The styles. The title. And okay, some other stuff. I get it. I get it. We did that there. We could create the page. Grab that. Let widgets is equal to. Interesting that we just get E and V here instead of the full event. Where's this called from? Okay. We're actually going to pass those through. Great result here. Okay. Oh, we actually don't need to return a result anymore. Let's go back outside. All right, so we have our widgets. We're passing them into the page. This is in render. Seems reasonable. So we create all of the features before coming in and attempting to render the page. This is going to be out of self.widgets. This is a while let sum right? Expression has type next. Features ordered. Let's see. Implement stream. Stream has poll next. Right. Okay. And we have to await that. What type is widget? Okay, it's a result to a pre-escape string. Or an error. Yes. Well, okay. What about this? Are we down to that one? Oh, finally. Okay. So that'll actually return a future. But now we have two futures that... Hmm. I want to join these. Really, I want them to be pulled at the same time. Because I want these down here to be pulled while we are waiting for the result of this one. I don't want to have to wait for this one and then later wait for this one once we've got the response from this. These need to be pulled. Good morning, Jacksai. Yeah, we can't use join because it's a stream. It's not a future. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, Patatas. No. How are we going to do this? So far I'm leaning towards, by convention, having the first widget being the style one. Just kind of gross, but it would work. We have a stream and a future. Can we take a future into a stream? Can you join streams? Oh, we can chain them. Enumerate, filter. Yeah, we can zip them together. All right, so we just need a future to become a stream. into stream. And this one has to be returned up here. The other one has to be returned down here. You had a lot of delay? Oh. Oh, Starlink did have a little bit of a moment. So if you refresh, it'll probably catch up. Emil, how you doing? We are working on updating the rendering pipeline. So, working on mimeograph. So today, yeah, we were on permissions. That's not quite right anymore. Let's update that. Start today. Oh, Jack Sai. Well, goodness, thank you. I think you are the first person ever to gift a sub on the channel. I appreciate that. Thank you. And congrats, Davros. All right, so we're going to have this future, which we're going to take into a stream. Into stream. Now we have a stream. Oh, someone else can benefit more? Oh, well, thank you, Jaxi. Thank you. All right, so then we have a stream there. But let's look at stream ext again. And we could chain one with the other. Is there like a join or erase? Scan, skip, take, split. What about race? I don't know if you can do that on stream. Yeah, select or join. That's what I was looking for there, but it doesn't look like they have that for... Okay, oh, select, here we go. Is there no join here? Repeat, unfold. So we're looking at stream. So it'd be on stream ext. For each concurrent? Oh, what is that? For each element, concurrently on the stream as the elements become available. Interesting. Similar to for each, but the features produced by the closures are run concurrently, but not in parallel. I'm out of water. I'm gonna pour some more real quick. Yeah, the first one's already a futures ordered. So I'm thinking that we just, I mean, yeah, have the styles one be the first one. Let's just do that. It's got a slight hacky feel, but it's not too bad. All right. On tests in Rust, I trust the type system very much, but logic errors, that's on me. So for the logic errors, I rely on the tests quite a bit. Now this project doesn't have so many at the moment. It's, I don't know, still kind of gaining its shape. But this one I think will have a lot more sort of integration tests or tests that are actually good for like interacting with the system. Let's see, here's the widgets. And we could have a futures unordered with the other piece, with the styles. Create a new one, push, and we can extend or all right, we'll have to see. Create a new one of those. Oh, we're in templates. This will be styles, future. And where's our page config? Oh, that's named poorly. Stock examples, yeah, stock examples. Right. They want to borrow that. That's fine. Push needing to mutate that. Yeah, it should. Oh, you know what? Let's just take that by ownership. Do it like that. Then we can return it through. Oh, it has an extend. Well, I think this actually produces a smaller binary. We're just gonna, you push that on the stack, call the function. They end up adding their stuff to it. We return it. It's not too bad. All right. Yeah. Okay, so now we have widgets. And at this point, we wait for the very first one. We wait on that. That returns an option to that. If it doesn't have this, then there's a big issue. Here, what was our some more? Okay. Cannot move out of self.widgets, which is behind a shared reference. Hmm. Oh, and all the errors are gone? Ooh, lies. And EMV's gone, huh? Huh. Interesting. Let's get rid of it. Okay. Wow. Oh, look at that. Oh. Let's see what broke. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I think that's a really good change. And hopefully we'll be able to see some some actual differences here. So over here, where we're doing HTML. Yeah. I like getting these, the timings on these. It's like 156, 907, 205. Right. I mean, some of them are because it's the first hit to them. After the first hit, then it actually warms up and you get it closer to 100. But there should be something where we could actually see a material difference. Missing field widgets. Oh, yes, yes, we are. We forgot to do a push, an upload. It's not going to do anything, just hang. Cloudflare actually tracks that and says your promise cannot possibly be resolved, and they return an error for you. Give it a moment. Oh, okay. So it's having to hit the web worker and everything for that, and it's going through the development setup. Okay. Say, okay, you're all three now. Put navigation here. Thank you. All right. Delete. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes, we are. Huh? Hey, how about that? It is working and it feels snappy. It's funny because it feels snappy, but these times are not showing snappy. Let's go straight to the environment. Yeah, that's more what I'm expecting. 97, 144, 106. Predictive browsing. 83, look at that. Okay. Yeah, that one was slow. Second one's fast. I mean, it feels snappy. I mean, it's coming back in like a fraction of a second, which is really nice. And here, let's compare to like Hacker News. Say there, 70 milliseconds. Disable cache for a moment. 72. Wow. Interesting with the blocked bits. So, why is mine so slow? Well, here. Let's go to the top level, which does nearly. It's actually checking a lot of things. Yeah, absolutely relative. Um, clear these. Reload that. Oh, all 130. I think it's because it's having to make some requests to the backend before getting to the admin. If we go to the favicon, okay, this here, 78 milliseconds. This one's hitting faster, 60, 87. And this is because those routes are earlier. So if we look at lib here, oh wow, oh wow. Um, Hold on a sec. We got to a level. What's that? We got to a level called the Heart of the Negativitrons. Okay, sounds cool. Now, we're fighting the Negativitrons, which our characters created. Oh, wow, wow. Using a cache on front end? I'm not at the moment. So here, Clippy lives in static routes. So what happens first is we do a request to KV here, right? If that fails, then we do a request to KV for a page, right? And if that fails, we do login stuff. And if all else fails, we're actually looking into the admin routes, because I don't expect that like the things I want fast are going to be the static stuff and the page routes. Right. In fact, these could probably be swapped so the user has a perceived speed increase. So here, let's swap these two. And then on the actual content, it would feel fast, followed by like some unperceived sort of image loading 10, 20 milliseconds later. Got an ice cream cup today? What? All right. But yeah, I think if we ended up putting the admin routes first, my kid's waking up earlier than you. That's funny. So I think if the admin routes were earlier, it'd be faster. This is one of those things where we could possibly split this up for performance gains, have all the admin stuff over on one side and other pieces elsewhere. Like this stuff and the admin stuff could be split up, but I don't want to do that yet. I'm okay if the admin stuff takes a little bit longer because it's not going to be used as much. Yeah. Either that or we take a peek at the route here, right? And don't even attempt these. Although what else did we have? We had statics, then we had pages. Actually, our pages are handled by, some of our admin routes are actually handled by the pages, which is why that works that way. Because we have these pages here are handled by that system, by the template system. So really, there's not too much of a difference. Let's see if this flip actually helps it. There you go. Run it again. Oh, that, and I wanted to check the size. 241. Yeah. Bringing in futures like that, I think, did add a bit. I don't know that it's actually saved any performance though. It's likely to save some more when we're actually making more requests to the back end. Okay, it's listening. Page not found. 390. Whoa. 117. 94. It's slightly faster. 78. Yeah. If we go down the admin users, that felt like it was a bit faster. Oh, I disabled cache there. Actually, that is doing it faster now. 87. Yeah. You like the snappy CSS application? Yeah, polling for the static second actually made a big difference. It's quick. It's just boom, boom, boom. I like that. All right. It looks it up in the KV store. So if we go over here and do a reload, because there is no file system. Go into workers, managed workers, KV here at the top. And here, got development pages, settings, statics. So here, statics, this is where the CSS and the icon are coming from. If we look at pages, this is where the config for the pages are. So it actually has to load this up, look at what the different pieces is, and it's making, I don't know how many requests to the back end. You can only make 50 at a time, so we're being very careful about that and trying to avoid making extra requests when we could just store multiple things in a piece of data. Let's come back to workers, development. Sub requests. I'd love to know what it is like per. Well, it's pretty cool so far. And I think eventually, at least with the pages pieces, we can generate it and cache it in their cache API. So this here should be able to combine it. So things are kind of pre-generated. All right. Oh, we still have to rename this. Is this the Cloudflare workers thingy? It is. It is. What are we going to rename this to? Widgets? Crops. Thank you for that. Oh, and I missed your skip song, Jacksai. I'll refund you for that. Yeah, what do we want to do for this? Mm, build widgets. Okay. I like the way this is working better. That's so much nicer. So much nicer. So now if we look at this, we're basically going to come into this run router, and the router is going to take these routes, and that'll come through. We'll try to match one of the routes for the router. Is there anything that could be optimized in here? Actually, there's a change in here I want to do. Because here, if we go to users, it should list the users, right? But if we do a slash at the end, it doesn't find it. And I don't think it should kind of key off that. So eventually we got to fix that. All right. Good. Oh dear. That's concise. Okay, get to push. It's not too bad. All right. All right. What do we have in terms of raid targets? The Page Inc. Interesting. Who else we got? Oh, Brooke. We're gonna raid Brooke. I hope that's right. Looks right. Imperative commit message. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad we made it so far through that. That's a great improvement, and I think that's going to help. It's going to help so much in the long run. So, I gotta run. Gotta get some coffee going. So until next time, y'all. Bye bye.